From the polar peaks of Alaska to the tropics of Hawaii, the different regions of the United States reflect the physical geography, human geography, and culture of its people. In this video, we'll learn what regions are, how they are determined, and how scale is important in defining and understanding them. We'll journey across the regions of the United States to discover how they are shaped by physical geography and how they are influenced by humans, revealing the complex interplay between the environment and people. A region is an area that is characterized by common features. Unlike countries, which have fixed borders, regions can be defined by different factors. For example, we could define a region by its ecosystems or its biomes. These are natural features. Another region might be defined by its people and culture. These are human-made features. Or a region could be defined by a combination of both natural and human-made features. In geography, and when we define regions, scale is important. Scale helps us understand the geography of the region we are observing, as well as what details are important to define that region. Scale gives us important spatial context and allows us to accurately compare features. It helps us understand the scope or focus of our analysis or observation, what is included and what is not. Some regions operate over large distances like whole continents, while others are very small, constrained to a single state or even smaller. Knowing what scale our region encompasses allows us to understand it better. Geographers divide the world into different regions. On a more macro level, in North America, the United States can be divided into several physical regions, such as the West, the Great Plains, and the East. These regions can be distinguished by location, but also by a range of physical features. In the mountainous West, ecosystems range from marine foothills to alpine zones. Desert and alpine biomes dominate, where sparse vegetation adapts to dry conditions. The region is rich in natural resources, including timber, coal, and oil. And while an alpine climate prevails in high altitudes, abundant forests and dry conditions below the tree line can often lead to wildfires. In the Great Plains, part of the Midwest, expansive grasslands stretch on for miles on end. A continental climate predominates. But the central U.S., known as Tornado Alley, is prone to experience severe weather conditions. In the varied eastern region, stretching from the northeast to the southeast, ecosystems range from the Atlantic coastal plains to the Appalachian highlands. Deciduous forests support a diverse range of flora and fauna. Coal and timber have historically fueled economic growth here. The climate varies from subtropical in the southeast, where hurricanes are more common, to continental in parts of the northeast, often lashed by winter storms. Regions are also created based on other criteria. That's called human geography. Let's look at a few economic regions. The economy of the Northeast region has been shaped by its physical geography. The rocky, sandy soil and harsh winters made large-scale agriculture difficult. However, with its proximity to the sea and navigable rivers, ports became centers of trade. The fishing, shipbuilding, and whaling industries also became important as the northeastern region developed. During the Industrial Revolution, manufacturing moved from small-scale craftsmen to large industrial plants, which harnessed energy from rivers and used steam to power mills and factories. The Midwest, often referred to as the Great Plains, is famously dubbed America's breadbasket. Its fertile soils support the growth of grain crops like wheat and corn. It remains an important region for farming. Another economic region within the Midwest is the Rust Belt, once a center of manufacturing, steelmaking, and coal production in the U.S. The Southern Economic Region, also known as the Sun Belt, stretches across the southern United States. Its warm climate and mild winters attracts tourists, as well as a rapidly growing population. It is home to NASA and many companies supporting the space industry. Part of this region is also home to extensive oil fields, and was traditionally known for ranching and cattle farming. The Western region, which stretches from the Pacific coast to the Great Plains, can be divided into different economic regions. Mining has long been an important part of the economy of the West. The land is rich with minerals like molybdenum, used in steel production, precious metals such as gold and silver, which have been mined for centuries, and coal. Another economic region in the West is Silicon Valley, which today is a global center for technology and innovation. The Pacific Northwest region is home to some of the most abundant and diverse forests in North America, and is known for its timber industry, used to complete the transcontinental railroads in the late 19th century, and played a vital role in the expansion and development of cities and industry across the U.S. A cultural region is defined based on a shared trait or practice that distinguishes one area from another. These traits can include language, religion, customs, tradition, art, food, and social norms. For example, cuisine is an important reflection of migration and available resources within a region. In parts of the South, you will find a blend of French, Spanish, and African cooking traditions. In the Pacific Northwest region, salmon, oysters, and other types of seafood help to define the cuisine. And the Eastern Coastal region is known for clam chowder, lobster rolls, and other seafood dishes. The Southwest is a distinct region, reflecting the indigenous and Hispanic peoples that live there. Sonoran and Tex-Mex cuisine, chilies, and use of complex and vibrant spices. The region's history of cattle ranching is reflected in the tradition of the barbecue, particularly in Texas. It's important to remember that regions can be defined in different ways for various purposes, through the lens of physical geography, human geography, and a mix of the two together to illuminate a characteristic or characteristics of an area.